or if you only listen to one source of news.
Right.
I mean, especially as a journalism professional, as communications, I mean, social media has had a dramatic impact on your profession, right?
It has changed it substantially. I remember when I first started at the Progress, I think there was an OETA news team that came out and was interviewing Dave Story, Jim Perry, some of the other, I call them old timers. I'm kind of an old timer now myself. Pat Reeder, sorry Pat, for a segment called Invisible Ink, Disappearing Ink. And it was about how newspapers were kind of becoming less and less of people's lives. This was in 2002, 2003. So the internet, social media was nothing like it is now. And so many people coming up now consume their news by phone or by a screen. You know, almost no one has the time to sit down and read a story that cites 4 or 5 different sources, has an eyewitness account from someone who is actually there, that is a reputable journalist. Journalism now is, I'm very thankful that I had the opportunity to do what I did when I did it, especially when I did it, because now it's become so much, I hate to really speak poorly about a profession that is still very dear to me, but it's become much more about deciding which angle from which to tell a story and to point the story in that direction. Depending on which network or newspaper or news source you refer to you get your information from, you can almost guarantee the way that it's going to be told or spun in a lot of cases.
Yeah, I mean, I would say our kids, children, you know, they get their news from TikTok or from, in the days of a impartial, unbiased Walter Cronkite type approach to news, it doesn't exist anymore.
I was talking to someone about that just last week, and about the longevity of the Progress and how much further it and really all print media has as far as an industry. And I said, well, you know, it's not the Claremore Daily TikTok channel. So most of the people who get their news from it are my age or older, not much younger. Gone are the Edward R. Murrows and the Walter Cronkites, who will just present the information, matter of fact, and let you decide what to make of it. Both sides, if possible. Anything else, and I just cringe and shake my head when I see reporting done the wrong way. I just think that, you know, save that for the editorial page. If that's how you feel about Trump or Biden or any on either side, put it on the editorial page and say, that is how I feel. That is not necessarily a fact of the matter. But that's something I could talk a long time about, trust me.
So do you think it will ever change?
I hope
think
it does.
The pendulum will swing back at some point?
Things always come in cycles. I would hope that the generation coming up will get tired of being told what to think and decide for themselves what their opinion about something is, whether it has to do with politics or city government or law enforcement, just so long as they have the facts just as that, and not someone telling you what to believe in spite of the facts. I think I've heard the saying, you know, facts don't care about your feelings. And that's true. If you just trust people to have enough common sense, and some have more than others, to read a story, to be presented with information and decide for themselves whether they agree with it or not, that's fine. So long as you give them all the facts that you can, that you reasonably can, you've done your job. I do hope it comes back.
Yeah,
that would give me a lot of hope for the future.